Well, hey guys, just wanted to come in and show you how much you can actually save with the membership. They actually have a hypothetical savings calculator in the back office, which I haven't shown you yet. So we're going to go ahead and show you what that looks like. And again, this is in pre-launch, guys. Okay, the official launch doesn't happen until June 1st, but we are in the official pre-launch, and it has been going bananas. The first cutoff is this Friday, May 2nd, which means that this will be the first time where, if people don't upgrade, they'll get pushed out of the power line. And people that do upgrade will get placed into the 2x16 matrix. So we'll actually be able to see what the matrix looks like after this Friday. So again, if you haven't taken a tour, go ahead and do that. Upgrade your position. I mean, it's not really, a $19 a month membership is not, you shouldn't be racking your brain over that. And if you are, then, maybe that's why you need to do this, right? I mean, so you can get on the other side of that, because again, this is an opportunity where you can get in early with, something that has completely gone viral. And again, it's an easy when it comes to having a conversation with somebody who doesn't want to save money, who doesn't want to make money, right? We help people save money, we help people make money. It's a win-win situation, and the entry point is very low cost. So we should have masses of people come in, and that's exactly what we see happening right now. We have massive amount of people coming in and upgrading, and yeah, it's exciting stuff. So let's go ahead and jump into this, guys. By the way, if you haven't seen this yet, the name of the company is Save Club. They have a 2x16 matrix. They have a power line system, very much similar to Live Good, right? Live Good is a company that was blowing up not too long ago. They put in 1 million members in their first 12 months, but they have a physical product, right? It was health and wellness. This is more of a digital product. And again, that's not a knock on Live Good. They've done extremely well. They're still doing well, right? Where we actually get a ton of products from them. Okay, a lot of our health and wellness products come from Live Good, and it's always high quality stuff. But anyway, all of that just to say that this is a very same model. So again, if I'm not saying this is going to do 1 million members in the first 12 months, I'm not saying it can't. But even if it does half of that, or maybe let's say it does 20% of that, 200,000 members in the first 12 months is a monstrous would be a monstrous achievement, right? And you're at the beginning of it. So again, timing is everything in business, right? The T in timing is more important than the T in talent. I've heard that many, many times. Long time ago when I first got into this industry, they told me that. And all that just means is that timing is essential. You got to be at the right place at the right time. And that's where we find ourselves with this opportunity. Because again, you look at what's going on in the world, prices going up, inflation. Um, I'm not going to talk about all the things that are happening around the world. Just turn on your news channel, right? But people want to save money. People need to save money, okay? And we have an opportunity that they can save, even if they don't get involved with the business, okay? If they just get the membership, they can save money on things they're already spending on, right? It's just like when I saw this, I said, man, this is a no-brainer, right? It really is. It's a no-brainer. So, yeah, if you haven't taken the tour, go ahead and do so, right? I'll leave a link for that site down below. You see here, you can save money on over 150,000 retail stores, 50,000 restaurants, hotels, travel, all of that. Here's the tour page, right? I'll leave a link for this down below. There's a little video here that you can watch. You can check that out. It gives it's a really cool sizzle video, and then take the tour. You put your information in here. This positions you in the power line for free. But of course, if you want to upgrade and get positioned in the actual matrix, you can do that right from your back office. And then I would encourage you, if if you want to make money with this, get your link and start sharing it with people that you know. Get to 1 star right away. Because 1 star, it opens up another level of the matrix for you, which increases your income potential and actually doubles your monthly residual income potential, as I showed in my previous video. But it also, it's not that difficult to do. It's two people, right? Do you know two people that want to make money? Do you know two people that want to save money? Do you know two people that can afford 19 bucks a month? I mean, it's not it's not difficult, okay? So in any case, here, if you go to your back office, if you click on deals, it'll take you to your portal, right, where you can save money and look at all the different savings, right? So we've shown this actually before, but it's pretty robust. You can save money on all sorts of things, right? You have theme parks here. You even have automotive and home insurance you can save money on. Um, Mother's Day, because obviously Mother's Day is coming up. So of course they have this on the front page. Then they have their top online deals on hotels, flowers. Um, what else? All sorts of things. Here's you got popular brands, right? Walt Disney, Universal, Six Flags, Subway, Amazon, Home Depot, Alamo, Burger King, Days Inn, SeaWorld, right? You have Sonic, Enterprise, Arby's, right? A whole bunch, right? Walmart, Jersey Mike's. I did an example of Jersey Mike's yesterday in my video. Cold Stone, Firestone, Costco, um, pet insurance, right? And then here you have the different tabs, right? So if you want to go check out the travel, you click on this. If you want to check out the parks and tickets, um, like theater tickets, movie tickets, et cetera, et cetera. Here's the restaurants, right? Here's play, right? And then here's like shopping, right? If you want to do online shopping, shows you all the different savings, right? Foot Locker, Best Buy, uh, bunch of pages, right? And then of course here you have um, on the left, right? Movies, books, office supplies, outdoor equipment, publications, sporting goods, jewelry, furniture, right? If you want to check out furniture, you can click on this and then it gives you all the furniture deals, right? You can see here all the different things. If you want to click off furniture, and let's say you're looking for, I don't know, cycling, right? You're into cycling, right? There's a couple of options here, not too much. I guess that's a very, very specific niche, right? Um, home health and beauty, right? So again, very, very simple. Then you click on view deals. But anyway, I showed that already. I don't want to rehash that. Let me kind of come down here. This is where the hypothetical calculator is. If you look at right here, you click that, and then here it brings you to, it's a savings estimator, right? It says here it only takes a few purchases for the savings to add up. Discover how much you can save with just a few purchases. So let's say, for example, you fill some of this out. So for demo purposes, let's say this here number of times you eat out for lunch. Let's say you eat out for lunch, I don't know, 3 times a week, right? Right there, there's already a 624 yearly savings, right? That you can, if you use this membership, and that's just from eating out for lunch 3 times a week, right? Like if you're at your job and maybe you eat out for lunch, maybe you bring your lunch in, I don't know, but let's say you eat out for lunch a couple of times. I know I probably eat out for lunch, 4 or 5 times a week. Um, you would just plug that number in, right? Number of times you eat out for dinner. Let's say you eat out for dinner, I don't know, 2 times a week, right? Number of times you order pizza. Say you order pizza, I don't know, once a week, right? We actually order pizza probably, twice a week at my house, right? But let's say you order pizza once a week. Just from that alone, you can see here that's $1,600 a year savings. Now the membership is $19 a month, guys. Let's just round it up to $20. That's $240 for the year for that membership. You're already saving $1,600. Does it pay for itself? Yes. The answer is yes. That's not even counting the tax breaks, right? Because as a business owner, as a home someone that has a home business or a small business, you'll get tax breaks. Now, again, I'm not a CPA or an accountant or a tax professional. Go talk to your tax professional for that. But they'll even tell you that there's plenty of write-offs if you have your own, small business or home business. So again, that's not even taken into that account, right? Look at this, monthly number of games of mini golf, laser tag, or bowling. Let's say you go bowling once a month. I don't know, not really much of a bowler myself, but I am a big, movie person, right? So number of movie tickets. Let's say we get, I don't know, when we go out, we usually get about 7 tickets, right? And is that count? I'm not sure if that's counting, tickets or how many times we go out a month. Let's just say we go out. I'm not even gonna put movie ticket. Let's just say we go out once a week for the movies. And again, I'm not. Maybe we should be putting here how many tickets we get because we get about 7 tickets when we go out to the movies. If I factor that in, that would be about 28 movie tickets, which I think that's what they're asking for. I'm not sure. I'll leave it at 4, right? Just for be conservative. Number of movie rents. I don't even know who rents movies nowadays. So do people still rent? I guess you could rent movies if you're streaming. Like we do that a couple of times, right? With Prime or something like that. So let's say you do that once a month. I don't know, just so we can plug in some numbers. Um, so look, you can see this is starting to add up, right? What about this number of hotel nights a year? Now, again, everyone's different. We do a lot. Like I'm in a hotel probably about at least 2 times a month, at least 2 times a month. Uh, my sons compete nation. They compete at the D1 level. So a lot of times there's national tournaments, and they're in Vegas competing, they're in California competing, they're all over the place, right? So a lot of times we'll be, when the season is on, we'll be booking a lot more. But let's just say on average, we take into a factor, it's just outside of the season. Although I'm thinking, and again, this is for myself, even when they're not in season, we're still traveling, right? Like I'm going to be in 2 hotels next month, right? So let's just say two. I'm not, of course, I'm more than the average person. Let's just say you go to a hotel uh once a month, right? Once a month. So once a month for the year is 12, right? That's 12 nights. And again, that's pretty conservative, right? Because most times when people go to a hotel, they'll usually stay for 2 nights or 3 nights, or they go on a vacation, they're there for a week. And I'm just saying you're there for 12 nights for the year, which is, now that I think about it, ultra, ultra conservative, right? Number of days you rent a car, let's say you rent a car, um, I don't know, let's just say 12 days out of the year, right? Let's say you're traveling, um, number of rounds of golf. Not everybody plays golf. Let's just put zero there, right? Not everybody plays golf. Number of days on a cruise. Not everybody goes on a cruise, right? But let's say you go on a vacation, right? Once a year, and you go on a cruise. Um, Theme park. I'm not really big on theme parks anymore. But again, you can plug in whatever number you want there. I'll leave it blank. Theatrical events. Let's say you go once a year to theater, right? We usually do that. I think we go more than that. Number of times you change your oil. Let's say you change your oil twice a year, which again, some of you guys may change it more than that. Some of you guys may change it less than that. We're just trying to plug in some average numbers here. Number of times you have your carpets cleaned. You should have your carpets cleaned at least once a year, right? Maybe once every 6 months, but let's just say once a year. Number of times you send flowers, right? Let's say you send flowers on Valentine's Day or your partner's birthday, um, your anniversary. So let's say, those three, and then let's just get another 2 occasions there just for the heck of it, because you're being a good partner, right? So let's say 5 times a year you're sending flowers, right? Because you can save money on this, right? Number of times you buy ski lift ticket. Not everybody skis, so I'll just leave that blank. But just look at this. On average, they'll save about $2,600 a year. And again, the membership costs $20 a month. It's $19, 19.99 a month, right? So $20 a month, it's $240 a year, which by the way is a tax write-off, right? That in and of itself is a tax write-off. Um, does the membership pay for itself? Yes. Look at all the money you're saving. This is an easy conversation to have, guys. Um, when you're talking to somebody or a prospect, or you're sharing the opportunity, who doesn't want to save money, who doesn't want to make money, right? And again, we make money by helping people save money. It's a win-win scenario, right? So again, play around with the savings calculator. You can check it out. It's called the savings, not savings calculator, savings estimator is what it's called, right? um and then as far as the opportunity is concerned, let me play you this 60-second clip here from the CEO and founder himself, so you get an idea. Of course, if you've watched some of my other videos, you probably already know how lucrative this can be, right? They pay up to 80% commission. But let me pull this up right quick. And then we'll watch, obviously not the whole thing, but maybe like a small clip of it. Turn your speakers up.
Between what you do to spend money and ultimately save. Now, in this industry, in the direct sales and network marketing industry, it's all about timing. You know, real estate, it's location, location, location. In direct sales, it's all about timing. And we've got a lot of positive things going on with the company right now. First off, there's just not really any fantastic companies out there that are growing. Most of the companies in our industry are shrinking, and there's just a lot of stuff out there that's just not very well put together that doesn't reach globally. The fact that we launched just a week ago and we're doing business in all these countries around the world. We'll have our first commission run next month, and we'll be paying people all around the world compliantly through systems
Again, this is a replay, right? So it's actually this week. The first commission run is going to be this week. Okay. Um,
that are full KYC, know your customer, AML, anti-money laundering, that we're able to take in payments and make payments globally and deliver a membership globally and do it seamlessly with relatively low glitches. We're 1 week in and we're got our customer service humming and getting trained and moving along. So it's been an exciting week. And what's driven so many people to the company is our payout. We've got this compensation plan dialed to where we can pay out over 80%. And like I said, do it weekly. And where the compensation really gets lucrative, it's inside of the matching bonuses. There's a matrix as you enter the company, it fills, the memberships enter this matrix, and there's a matching bonus on the matrix. And that's where we'll see a lot of great compensation derived. Furthermore, uh, we've got bonus pools, global bonus pools, where you're able to override not just the all the money that comes into the company through the memberships and affiliate fees, but soon to be the advertising dollars that the companies will be rewarding Save Club for introducing their brands to people. And the one thing I really wanted to do to restore into network marketing is passive residual income. That was the idea that got me so excited about this industry over 20 years ago, was that I could do the work one time and get paid over and over again. But you've got to have a product that's sticky enough. And what we saw over the years, and I manufacture products for many companies. I've run back offices, I've done software and banking, and I see a common trend amongst these companies where you can work really hard as a rep or as an affiliate bringing somebody in, and they might love the products and they get started, but after a few months they just fall off and then they never come back. The attrition is so high that it's really discouraging for a lot of people, and it makes the promise and the dream of residual income like unattainable. And so few people, like maybe 1% of the people are making money and making a residual income, and most people are not. And when we designed this compensation plan, it was to create residual income and help people get to that freedom number, that you could identify a number that would set you free. Maybe it's a car payment, maybe it's a house payment, maybe it's all your bills being paid, but something that you can work towards that is going to be sticky, that people will continue to use their membership, they're going to continue to share, and that the compensation plan pays in depth and pays really to unlimited levels in depth. So as it grows, you get paid as this thing goes all around the world, and you can really rely on that residual income coming in. And that's the home that we're creating here. And I hope that you catch that vision and see what we're doing, dive in full force, work with us as we build from this foundation and we grow to 10,000. As the matrix fills, you can be earning income even without enrolling.
here's the matrix part where he explains the matrix. Um, you can earn up to 4,095 per month without enrolling anyone. Of course, if you're active and you're placed in the matrix and there's a matrix that fills out underneath you. We talked about that in our deep dive into the comp, so watch that video. But yeah, just wanted to kind of end it here, just play that little clip. But you can see, guys, this is an easy conversation to have. We save people money, we make people money. You know, it's a no-brainer all around. So again, it's exciting to see what's going on. It's a lot of, it's definitely viral, right? There's a lot of heavy hitters, heavy marketers, big time networkers, big time content creators that are pushing this and are behind this. And you might say, well, how does that benefit me? It's a matrix. If they work their butt off to fill out the matrix and you're positioned high up in that matrix, guess what? It's a win situation for you. Now, don't sit there twiddling your thumbs waiting for spillover. Go out there and participate in your own rescue, right? Go out there and get your two people, right? Get your two people, so you can get to 1 star right away and then start working on getting to 2 star. And then whatever happens, happens. It's just gravy, it's icing on the cake. But again, there's a huge opportunity here. Um, for especially with this matrix. So anyway, check this out. I'll leave a link down below. Remember, the first cutoff is this Friday, just giving you a heads up, and I will catch you on the next video. Peace.